They threw their papers up in the air and shouted and screamed and shouted and said, wow, these people are the Israelites. Man, let's congratulate them and give them some land in Palestine. Well, there are people living there, so what are we going to do about that? Well, these people said they're Israelites, so it doesn't really matter who's there. We're going to kill them and throw them out and give these people the land of Palestine because they are the Israelites. Well, what are you told the black people earlier that it doesn't matter, to wait until they die and that they will receive their reward in heaven if they truly are Israelites. Well, these people are white people, and they said they are the Israelites spoken of in the Bible. So we're going to give them their land back. These people said they are the Israelites spoken of in the Bible. Now we should congratulate them and give them some land, their own country, and also billions of dollars each year so that we will be blessed because these people are the Israelites. Well, what proof did they give you to show that they're the Israelites? Well, if you look in the Bible, you'll see that the Khazar Jews from Europe, from the southern mountains of Russia, never were taken away in wooden ships to a foreign land and served as slaves for 400 years. Well, don't really care about that. They say they're Jews, so we want to accept their word. They're white people from the Khazar Mountains. They were not taken away. They did not fit the description of the prophecies given in Deuteronomy 28:68, where it says that the Israelites were taken away in wooden ships to a foreign land and served for 400 years in slavery. There's no point in history that shows that these Khazar Jews, white Jews, served a foreign nation enslaved for 400 years. Well, let's look at the color of these people. These people are white. Everybody described in the Bible, as we talked about earlier, Peter, Paul, Moses, Jesus himself, all the Israelites described in the Bible were described as black people. These people are white people. The point made from describing all the colors, Jeremiah, the people in the Bible as being black, the point is that white people are not Israelites. It is profound hypocrisy to say to white people that claim to be Jews that it does matter. It is profound hypocrisy to tell white people that color matters and that we're going to give you a country and billions of dollars each year because you say you are Israel. And then at the same time, out of the other side of your mouth, tell black people it doesn't matter. Forget about it. You get your reward when you enter the kingdom of heaven. But on the other side, when white people say they're Jews, the only thing that does matter is what they say. The only thing that does matter is the color of the people claiming to be Jews or claiming to be Israelites. That's profound hypocrisy in its greatest form. When black people come to you and say that we are the Jews, and they show you in the Bible that they're the only people that fit the descriptions of the prophecies described in Deuteronomy 28:68, and that their physical description is the only description that matches the people described in the Bible as being black people, you tell them they're not Israelites, and it doesn't matter if you are Israelites. It doesn't really matter. But when white people come to you and say that they're Israelites described in the Bible, you say, well, color does matter, and we're going to give you a state and billions of dollars each year. That's profound hypocrisy to tell white people that color matters, and the next second tell black people color does not matter. The white people that claim to be Jews or Israelites also admit that they are from the Khazarian mountains. They also admit that they are Khazarians, Europeans from the southern mountains of Russia. Despite that admission, they still are given the world title as Israelites spoken of in the Bible. So in looking at the issue of does color matter and whether or not truth matters, we see clearly that truth does not matter when it comes to identifying a group of people as being the true descendants of Israel. The only thing that really matters is that they're white. Color does matter. Truth does not matter when it comes to identification of Israel. One reason color matters is because the Bible talks about prophecy And if you are to accurately interpret prophecy as given in the Bible, you must be able to identify the true Israelites. The Bible speaks about Israel returning to the promised land of God. If you have a group of people that proclaim to be Israelites but are in fact from the synagogue of Satan, you will not be able to accurately interpret prophecy. You will not be able to determine whether or not prophecy is being fulfilled or has been fulfilled if you are not able to identify the true Israelites. So color does matter, and it helps you to accurately determine whether or not prophecy in the Bible has come to pass. If you have a group of people that falsely proclaim to be Israelites, and that group of people occupy a land in Israel based on the false claim that they're Israelites, prophecy has not been fulfilled. So if you are ignorant as in regards to who these Israelite people are, you're going to be ignorant as to your interpretation of prophecy. So color does matter. Color does matter because the Bible clearly shows who Israelites are not. The Bible clearly shows throughout the Bible that the Israelites were black people. But you know, prophecy in the Bible shows that there will be a people that will occupy Jerusalem that say they are Jews but are not, but are rather from the synagogue of Satan. I would not want to be worshiping that group of people as the true Israelites, because in the book of Obadiah, it clearly shows that Jesus will destroy those that are living in Jerusalem who proclaim to be Jews but are not, but are rather from the synagogue of Satan. I would not want to be supporting a group of Satanists in error when Jesus returns. It's going to look awfully bad for those of us that claim to be Christians who are in fact worshiping Satan worship, who claim to be Jews but are not. So color does matter when it comes to identifying those that worship Satan as opposed to those that are clearly identified in the Bible as Israelites. I want to know why people think that color does not matter when in fact in Deuteronomy 28:68 that black African Americans are the only people on the planet Earth that fit the description of those prophecies. Israelites were taken on a wooden ship into slavery and served for 400 years in a foreign land, where blacks are described throughout the Bible, are described as being black people throughout the Bible. I want to know how people can reconcile those facts with the fact that white Europeans were identified as Israelites spoken of in the Bible, even though they admit themselves that they are Khazarians from the mountains of southern Russia, where there's no evidence of them ever serving 400 years in slavery, and they are not black people described as Israelites in the Bible. I want somebody to tell me how can they reconcile those facts, those biblical facts, with the assertion that color does not matter. I want somebody to tell me how can they say they worship God in truth and spirit and say that color does not matter, considering those facts. Considering the fact that African Americans, only people in the history of the planet Earth that fit the description of the prophecies described in Deuteronomy 28:68, and white people are only people on the planet Earth that fit the physical description of Israelites spoken of in the Bible. I want somebody to tell me, how does color not matter when these people come and say that they are the Israelites spoken of in the Bible, and when white people who do not fit any of the descriptions in the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28 and do not fit any of the physical descriptions of black people, but are in fact white, are given the identity as Israelites spoken of in the Bible and given the national identity and country of Israel. I want somebody to explain to me, how did they reconcile the truth that are spoken of in the Bible with their assignment of white Europeans as Israelites? Somebody explain to me how color does not matter when these facts are looked at. When a tribe of white Europeans are assigned as Israelites spoken of in the Bible, are you serving God in truth and spirit? When white Jews claim to be the Israelites spoken of in the Bible, which are clearly described as being black people, and you say color does not matter, are you really serving God in truth and spirit? I guess you would say also that when Oprah Winfrey was denied the opportunity to purchase a $28,000 purse, color did not matter to the clerk. that refuse to allow her to look at the flag or to purchase the flag. Are you really worshiping God in truth and spirit when you say color does not matter, when white Europeans are given the national identity of Israelites spoken of in the Bible, who fit neither the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28 nor the physical description as black people? I guess you would say that George Zimmerman did not consider the color of Trayvon Martin when he decided to profile when he stalked him. Color did not matter there either. I would ask that you check yourself, because we are now living in the end times, and the black man will return, who will be the man of color. So don't be surprised and don't misprofile because you're not serving God in truth and spirit. God made the requirement that he be worshipped in truth and spirit. Now's the time to get it right before his black son returns. Now, for black people, any black man or woman that is honest and don't hate themselves cannot come to any other conclusion that the people in the Bible called Israelites are black people. I don't care how much you hate yourself. If you can read and you read the Bible, you will clearly see that the people spoken of in the Bible are black people, and that you, as a black American and a descendant of African American slaves, are in fact the descendants of Israel. So, black man and black woman that lives in America, there is no other conclusion that you actually can come to. You can run away from the truth, but the truth will always be the same. The truth will not change. The Bible will not change. The words in the Bible will not change. Stop hating yourself and accept your national identity as the Israelites spoken of in the Bible. That is your national identity. Black man and black woman and white people also need to know, everybody needs to know, black or white, that African Americans who are the descendants of slaves are in fact the descendants of Israel spoken of in the Bible. There is no other conclusion that can be made. I did not go seeking in the Bible to find black Israelites. I mean, and once you read the Bible, it just jumps out at you. When you're reading the Bible, it's a distraction. It's so prevalent and so reoccurring in the Bible. I did not go reading the Bible to try and find black people in the Bible. The fact that black people are described in the Bible is so reoccurring and prevalent that it's a distraction, because you cannot ignore the persistent occurrence of black people being described in the Bible. So black people and white people, let's stop denying the fact that's written in the Bible. If you are a Christian, it is time to take all the white posters of a white Jesus and rid your mind of the concept of white racial superiority and black racial inferiority, and respect the Bible and the people of the Bible, because the time is coming soon when the black Christ that was here before will return out of the sky, as he said he would, and you should have your hearts clear and your minds clear of any notion of racial supremacy, because the Bible undoubtedly describes the people in the Bible who are described as the Israelites as black people. And it's clearly shown in Deuteronomy 28 and throughout the Bible that the blacks here in America are the descendants of Israel. Remember, truth is hate only to those that hate the truth. Let me say it again. Truth is hate only to those that hate the truth. Shalom.